chat.
All right, welcome everybody to round 8, the final round of our Pro GT3 series for Apex Point Racing League. Tonight, joining me in the commentator's booth is our mate Ting. How are you, Ting?
Hey mate, how are you? I'm really good.
I'm doing all right, mate. Doing all right. A bit excited to watch these guys get in and get the job done.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night tonight. I'm just watching practice. There's a bit of carnage right now.
I'll go out and spectate. There you go on Morgs.
Hey,
it's
Morgs.
Just flashed up on my my TV. It's pretty good. How you going, Badger?
On your TV. Yeah, okay.
So we're just watching the guys out. Just having a bit of a practice. They should be having their driver briefing very shortly. Just there was a nice drift there by. Oh, that's Dirag. Sorry, I thought it was DC because it was yellow, but I should probably look at the list up the top there.
There's DC. DC's in the pits. No doubt. Watching.
Go back out to the
guys. Timmy Durag just looped it.
Yeah, so tonight, I've affectionately called this one the APRL Bathurst 174.
174?
Yeah, I did a bit of calculations.
Right.
The Mount Panorama track length is 6.213 kilometres around, so we got 28 laps tonight, so that comes in at 173.964 kilometres.
Okay.
So yeah,
Makes sense.
A little bit short of the 1,000, but
makes sense.
The timing for this one, they will be starting in the dark. I don't know if I had the time progression there, but
it's 17 times.
Oh, there you go, 17 times. It's set to simulate the 12-hour. So they'll qualify in the dark and then get stuck into it and start the race in the dark and progress through the day and finish early evening, hopefully, if all goes to plan.
Yeah. Just before the sun starts to go down, I think. Unfortunately, I got disconnected from last night's race, so I didn't get to see the end.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame. It was actually a fairly good race last night in our silver lobby.
Yep. And this is not a great track for me to race on, but last night didn't put a foot wrong in the early laps, so I was pretty happy with myself, even though I wasn't that fast, but I didn't run off the track. So I didn't make any mistakes and then just got disconnected. So yeah, it was a good night for me.
A strong track for myself. I do all right there, but yeah, I'm not quick, and I just wasn't getting the lap times that the front guys were getting. So I finished a bit mid pack.
There's a couple of aliens in the silver in the silver lobby.
Yeah,
That's
the
okay.
quality of drivers is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
They still out on
down to 5th, 6th, 7th place. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there was actually in the bronze race
Including
last
yourself
night.
there, Pity.
I'm hardly an alien.
You've improved so much in the last 3 seasons, though.
Thanks, mate.
So much.
I'm trying.
Oh, you've done well this year.
Even in our bronze lobby, there's a couple of quick guys in there. So,
Yep.
come season 5, we will have a bit of a shuffle around, and a couple will go up, and
yeah, it'd be nice to see the
pros.
lobbies a bit closer together, to be honest. A couple of guys we got are really fast, and if we can even all those guys a bit more and just have a couple of seconds between 1st and 8th, 10th, 12th, whatever it is, that'd be nice.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So they must have finished their driver briefing. Diablos has reset the lobby so that we got the correct time progression. We'll get stuck into qualifying very shortly. How you going, Day Walker, Raz, and Badger's there already. Welcome to the chat, fellas.
Speaking of Raz, the biggest improver.
He did well last night.
By a long, long way. So, well done to you, Raz. I know you're listening. You've had a good year, mate. You're doing really well.
Alright, so...
welcome to silver. Straight to silver.
Badger. Tonight, I think it's going to be hard to go past Dirags. He's had a pretty good season with us, and he's currently at the top of the table. So yeah, we'll see, but anything can happen over the next hour of racing. She's getting the go-ahead from Snoopy that they're starting qualifying. Frosty out at the moment. He is also one of the new aliens. He's currently out there in the McLaren 650. I think we've got 2 McLarens tonight. Who is the other one? I think Dr. Nobody is also in a McLaren, so... and then... Who... I think... Oh, what happened there? Oh, he's gone back to pits.
Frosty, mate.
Frosty
is in the 650S.
I was just thinking, no, it was Flux. I think Flux is in a Ferrari, so we've got a couple of MR cars out there.
In the 458.
Alright, we got Snoopy going out for his start of his outlap. Get rid of that little screen there.
And we have 3 Z4s as well.
How'd you find the Z4? You were racing it this year?
Pretty solid, except for Bathurst. So I changed cars for Bathurst, as you know. I went to the GTR, which felt pretty good, a bit faster for Bathurst. So
the GTR has been pretty strong this year in the silver lobby.
It has.
So hopefully the next update, PD will nerf that one a little. Although I don't know if that's the car or just the guys driving it.
It's pretty hard to nerf the guys.
I'll quickly go down. Out in second at the moment is Dr. Nobody in the McLaren, followed by DC in the M6, the silver lobby champion from last year. DDK's out there in another Z4 in a HRT styled livery.
Yeah, it looks good.
He's done really well with that one. Achilles out there in the Viva Motorsports Volvo AMG. Joe Van Dam. Ah, look who's just joined in. Got
Another
third commentator in the booth.
Join the
Race
show.
for life. How you doing? Good, mate.
Good, mate. How are you? Good to see you here. Yeah.
Just snuck in. Just give us. Wait till quali's over. And then, yeah, I assume you should be able to
just jump
to
in the
join
lobby,
it.
and that's all you have to do. Is just join it, and that's it. And then you can spectate. Yep.
Who else did we have? Sorry, we had Frosty in the McLaren. Once we get a bit of daylight, we'll go through the liveries a bit more. Joe Van Dam in the M6. Is that an Ingle livery? Vortex? Harsher.
Can't see it.
You'll need to share your chat settings. So that way you'll come through on the live stream. I think Badger's in there saying we can't hear you. Oh, it's...
Yeah, it looks like...
He's coming down to Forest Elbow on his hot lap here. We've sort of got a little bit lost there. We'll see what sort of times they're throwing out today. I think we're expecting a lap time of under 2:02 for quali, so see how close or further Snoopy can engage through that.
Nice and clean through the chase there. Into the last corner. .2017. Good job, Snoop. Got nobody coming through. Coming through now.
2035.
3.
DC.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
GDK's coming through as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're all going up the escape road.
Oh, losing track of drivers here. Frosty coming across the line. This looks like a hot one. 2013.
2013.
Ooh. 2034. Well done, little rig.
2034. I believe this is his favourite track too, so might be a good night.
2 by Big Rig there.
Let's
see what Bowers. 2029 from Bowers there. Good job.
Good time. In the Holden livery, Mobil 1 Toll Holden livery. Looks pretty good on the Merc.
2016 by Dirags. I think. Oh, Anthony's still out there. No, okay.
So that's
right, that was
Frosty with the fastest time, I believe.
That was a bit hectic there. So
is that right?
Once we get out and we get the full list of times, we'll go over it a little bit better. But we're stuck in the
Frosty in front by 0.3.
The old 2-minute overrun here.
But Frosty's got the burnout going.
Frosty out there having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It looks like an LRC livery.
Yes.
Leviathan Racing Crew, is it? I can't remember what the C stands for.
Yeah, that's it. LRC.
Leviathan Racing Crew.
Yep, that's it.
How'd you go with your chat settings there, Harsha?
I've changed it, so hopefully people can hear me.
Maybe we can get someone to respond to you, Pity, and see
There you go.
if they can hear
Badger
you.
says hello.
Yeah, Badger's giving us the thumbs up, so beautiful.
Oh, cool. Beautiful. Very good. 3 commentators tonight. Very nice.
Make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Might fill a bit of dead air every now and then.
But we've got to figure out who's Clarky, who's Gilly, and I'm obviously Harsha, so you guys can figure out who's Clarky and who's Gilly between you two.
Okay.
There you go, and Elder, nice of you to join the chat.
Pete.
Not sure if I
My
mentioned you a bit
teammate.
earlier. Yeah, so not only tonight do we have these guys battling it out for honours in the Pro Series, but we also have a team championship that comes down to the line tonight as well. Who we got at the moment? All right. Let's just have a look at the qualifying times here. So we got Frosty, who took pole in the McLaren with a 2:01.335. It's pretty bloody quick if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rapid time.
Followed by our leader for the season, Dirags, with a 2:01.6. Followed by 3 Z4s of Snoopy, Diabolus and DDK. Followed by Bowers in the AMG, running I think it's a 2012 HRT livery there. Next up in 7th is Joe Van Dam, another M6 GT3. Achilles in 8th. Fu in 9th with a 2:03.514, which is pretty good. He was at the pointy end of our silver lobby that time.
Yep.
Dr. Nobody, another McLaren 2:03.5. Spee 73, who affectionately we call Big Rig, or the other Big Rig, 2:04.2. Flux in the 458, sorry, 2:04.4, and then DC in last place there with a 2:05.
So it's just about to start, Pity.
Quick with that one.
Yeah.
So starting position doesn't really matter too much tonight. We've got an hour-long race, 28 laps. Anything can happen here. The walls are pretty close on top of the mountain there, and anything can happen. So
we're away.
And off we go.
So just watching Dirags here at the moment. Frosty's got out to a 0.7 second lead going into Hell's Corner.
It's
pretty much
everyone's
up to
through
guess.
by the look of it. Nice and clean. Up Mountain Straight. First corner. Second corner, sorry. I'm pretty sure that was clean, that first corner.
There's a nice Nesquik livery there by Diabolus. I seriously wasn't expecting that one. So tonight, on that 28 laps, we've got all tyre compounds are mandatory, so they're looking at a 2-stopper minimum, just to get all the tyre compounds in. How they choose to break those up is entirely up to them.
I was talking to DC earlier, and he gave me an indication that he was starting on the mediums. I'll just let you know if he has. Yes, he has. The DC has started on the mediums, and he intended to do 13 laps and then do a short stint on the hards. So we'll see how that plays out. Yep.
It's interesting because Flux has started on hards by the looks of it. So
get them out of the way nice and early.
Yeah.
So there'll be quite a few different strategies playing out here, won't there? If you started on the hards, you'd be looking to get rid of those as soon as you can.
So he's had a little squiggle as well. Just on
Yeah,
the,
so DC's got in front.
Yeah.
Well, Flux did start at the back there, so it's not a bad option to burn the hards at the back there. Don't have to fight
Absolutely.
too much for position.
Maybe a little undercut might work for him.
Get them out of the way, and as the track starts to warm up, you can get onto some stickier stuff.
Absolutely.
So Frosty's at the front with a 1.5 second lead at the moment, and it looks pretty solid, and he's on the softs.
And then we're followed by D-Rag, Snoopy and Diabolus, all within a second and a half, 2 seconds of each other.
So Durags is on mediums, for those you need to know.
Yeah.
Snoop's on the softs.
Yeah, Snoop and Anthony are both on softs.
Oh yeah, Anthony as well.
And DDK is he's gone for the mediums, so he's looking for a longer stint by the looks of it.
Probably makes sense running the
And
softs.
spin by
While the track's a bit cooler.
Oh, Bowers.
Ooh, couple of
Oh,
trumps
dear.
there.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no, that is not
And that's
good.
a 2-second penalty, and lucky he's ghosted.
Yeah. And
That's a shame for him.
Yeah,
Qualified pretty well.
I spun the exact same spot last night.
Did you?
And
It's not hard to do there.
a bit of a pain in the
Not
ass
hard to do.
to right yourself as well.
what's really frustrating
It's
is
not a lot of space.
yeah,
end
the
of
2-second penalty too. Jeez.
Yeah.
End of lap 2, we got Frosty out in front with a 3.3 second lead. He is off and racing.
Okay, and
2:01.9 as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Dirax has
geez,
got an
put
issue. Because I
1
think
point-
Snoopy and Anthony have just gone past Tim Dirax. So he might have had a little squiggle somewhere.
Yeah, Snoopy and Anthony are on the softs, and Tim Durags is on the mediums. That could have played into their hands, being on the softs, and Tim on the mediums. But that could have let them overtake a bit easier. As you all know, under brakes and coming out of the corners, it's a little bit quicker on the softs.
Absolutely. And
Speedy
the cool temperatures.
Diablos can work together here and try and claw back a little bit of that time. There's no point fighting each other for position this early.
No.
I think they'll go slow, take it easy for the first 15 minutes of the race until the track is cold to the softs, and then as the sun comes up, they'll probably switch over to mediums and run them up. Kiss of the wall there by Anthony.
So looking at the championship standings at the moment, we've got Tim Durags in first with 192 points. He can pretty much take out the championship tonight just by finishing.
Okay.
So providing he doesn't rage quit, he will, fingers crossed, take home the trophy tonight. In second place we've got Flux on 172, followed by Achilles and Bauer, who those 3 drivers are only separated by 4 points, so
He's
2
just
and
had
3
a-
are up for grabs.
He just had a spin at the last corner. He's coming onto the main straight.
Who has?
Achilles.
Ah,
So Dr. Nobody's right on his tail now. Just half a second behind.
DC still plugging away there.
Yeah. DC just doing his quite fast laps by
Yep.
himself. He's got about
Very
14
solid.
seconds. Yeah, he's got 14 seconds between him and Nobody. And he's
Yep.
got a 4.5 second buffer Bowers. So he can pretty much put his head down and put through the qualifying laps.
Yeah, it's a long race. I want to try and keep their nose clean for
So,
as long as possible.
so the youngest.
Bowers
Who
just had a
fighter?
little bit of the brush with the wall again. And
Just
he's got a
watching
half
Philly
second
come down the hill
penalty.
now.
Yep, Philly's going okay. He's only 13 seconds behind.
Into Forest Elbow.
Yep, down the straight now, into the kink.
The AMG is a handful here. Bowers has got a half a second penalty
Oh,
and goes straight through the and
He would have a little bit
there's
of
been a
damage
bit of
too.
contact there too.
yep, all the
With
whole front and the whole back except the rear tires.
Yeah, it's Frosty into the pit.
yeah,
4 laps
So-
on soft.
yeah. So
Okay.
Bauer has rear, front, and right, left, front wheel damage. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's in a
He's in a
he's
spot
in a world of
bottom.
hurt right now.
Just looking at Frosty here in the pits. Yeah, I didn't think 4 laps on the soft would be
Oh wow.
an option, but
Okay. There
took
you
on
go.
fuel and he's out on hards.
Out on the hards. Wow.
And
So-
Bowers is just coming to the pits as well, I think, to get rid of the damage.
Pity, did Frosty take fuel?
Yes, yep.
So he's
Yeah, he
filled up
took
again?
35 litres roughly, I think it was. So he's got a full tank on hards.
Wow. Only 4 laps. 4 laps on the softs. Gee. Yeah, I'm finding that hard to believe, to be honest. But anyway.
Bowers in on lap 5 on softs as well. Looks like he's getting work done
Yeah,
to
he's got
repair the damage. Let's see if he
Yeah.
takes tyres and fuel.
But just getting back to Frosty, guys, what's the thoughts that he may need to make another fuel stop on the mediums later in the race?
He's probably going to run the. He's gone out on hards, right? So he's probably going to run them through
Yep.
until they pretty much go out. Or the fuel
Okay.
runs through,
Yep. Yep.
And finish the race on mediums. Because if you start on softs, then you will have to run the the middle stint hards anyway. So it's a good strategy. We'll have to see if it's going to pay off though.
Is it though? To run your softs so short? 4 laps?
I don't know. I mean, the track's cold, right? So soft's going to give him more grip.
That's what I mean. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
run them longer? Wouldn't you just run them out
I would
and
probably
have a
run.
short stint?
Yeah,
Oh, wait a
maybe
minute.
3 more.
Hang on, he's back in again.
Oh,
Frosty's in the pits.
that's right.
Frosty's
What's,
in the pits. So he's done 1 lap on the hards. 4 laps on
Wow.
softs.
So 5
Okay,
laps
that's-
in, he's pitted twice already.
He's pitted twice already. Okay, yep. I
That's
get it.
23
Wow.
laps. 2
Wow.
stints on mediums maybe. Or maybe a medium then a soft again.
He is going out on. He's again going out on mediums.
He's on the
yeah.
mediums.
And he's got a
He's
6 second
picked up.
penalty. Jeez.
And he's picked up a penalty for in and a penalty for out on the pit lane. 6-second penalty.
That's almost a minute and 6 seconds, not
Yep.
counting fuel or anything else.
Yep.
That we'll have to make up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
badge
what
is
you say?
just mentioned in the chat he'll be in clean air and he'll do the rest on the one stop, so not a bad option. But that leaves him 23 laps, so I don't know what that McLaren does fuel-wise, but I think I was getting about 13 laps.
If you get
In the
23
AMG.
laps out of that, you're a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh no, he'll definitely
wizard.
stop. It'll just
You'll have to.
So end of lap 6. I'm back at the front here watching Snoopy out in front with Diablos behind him. Got a 0.6 second gap there, crossing over the start finish line into Hell's Corner.
Bowers is still in the pits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's has he thrown the towel in?
Maybe. So
That's a
that's a
shame.
3.5 minute pit stop now.
And nobody's doing anything at all, so
Yeah. Okay, so he's not happy, obviously.
yeah. That AMG
Okay,
is a
that's a
handful.
shame. That's a shame for him. Because he's a solid performer any day of the week.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. He's on a good day he's
Oh,
the
he's
best.
hard to beat.
Yeah, he's really fast. But well, this
So
will have
Snoopy's
this will see
back at the front now with a
half
half second lead over Anthony.
Yeah.
Then we got
So
7
the Z4s are in front.
7 seconds back to DDK, who's closely followed by Dirags.
So 8 seconds in arrears from the leader. And we have Fu in 5th place, the youngest out there. 11 seconds behind the leader. One of the in the NRG stable. Bit of a glitch there.
Yeah, looks like internet issues from Fui here, but
yep.
Hopefully as long as he can keep it out of the walls at the downhill section, I think he'll be happy.
Achilles, solid performer, 22 seconds behind the leader. Not far off.
Yeah, and he's because he's running mediums, I'm assuming he's going to run quite deep into the first stint and do a short stint on hard tires. Oh, Commodore first there.
Cut the chase there.
Yeah.
Just watching DC at my end here. So DC's just done his fastest lap at 2:04, before this one. 2:04.6. But that's pretty solid. Tyres would be well and truly warm by now.
Yeah, that's a good solid lap by DC.
On the mediums, plans to run approximately 13 laps, so looks like he's sticking to his plan so far. 9th position.
And following Joan Dam, as he's fondly called. He's quietly running his race. He's got a few 204s on his belt. He's going up and driving his own race. He's about 3 seconds behind Little Rig, 2:05.11, and he's got about a 10-second buffer back to Achilles. So he's in a good spot there to maintain position 6.
Just watching Big Rig here come out of Griffins and up towards the cutting. Seems he's got a bit of a internet lag there as well.
Yeah, he's
bouncing all over the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few sparks coming off.
He'll be sitting there sharing the same internet with Fu. They actually race. They have their rigs one in front of the other.
Same room, I believe.
It's actually not a bad setup. I believe Big Rig's got PVC piping around around
Yeah.
his setup to make it resemble a roll cage there.
So just on that, Big Rig's done his fastest lap on lap 7, previous to this one. So that was a 2:04.5.
Just looking at Frosty now, he's 54 seconds back, but I'm interested to see how his pit strategy works out.
He's done almost a 2:03 the last lap, but I'm assuming he's going to go a little bit faster now that the tires are going to be nice and warm. So it'll be interesting to see if his quick strategy pays off.
Very interesting.
Flux bringing it up in the rear in the Ferrari.
As the light starts to get a bit stronger now. Lap 8.
Well, now while
Coming into lap 9.
sun's up, we'll have a look through these liveries here. I'll back up the front with Snoopy in his... Who's he racing for?
Z4. He's racing for my team.
Oh yeah, Fast Ev Racing. I've got it all written down here, just looking at the wrong page. It was usually a blue livery, but he's painted it fluoro yellow for the night here, so everyone can see him.
So we could have just painted the backside of it yellow, because that's all everybody's seeing so far. And a different shade of yellow by Anthony there. Almost a candy yellow.
It actually looks pretty good, that old Nesquik livery.
Yeah.
These two are nice and comfortable out the front, just working together.
Yep.
I'll save the elbows out
No need to do
later
anything
on.
silly at this stage. Lap 10.
We'll go back to
pretty solid
DDK.
laps from Snoopy as well. Hitty. 203s, 204s, 202s. Pretty solid.
Yeah, just looking at DDK here, and he's punching out 203s pretty regularly there in his HRT inspired livery. And in fourth,
nice looking livery.
It is. We're back to Durags, and he's can't read the sponsorship on there, but he's yellow and white BMW M6. Is it liquid?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
actually a nice looking livery, that one.
The yellow seems to be quite a popular livery around the mountain today. We've got quite a few cars sporting yellow or shades of yellow.
We're back to Foo Fighter driving in the NRG Z livery.
So this was a livery actually originally done by Anthony, and then the boys adopted it for their cars and just put their own colours to it, just so we could identify the different guys in the team.
So for those watching, there is actually 3 NRG teams headed up by the Elder. We've got NRGX. Those 3 drivers are all in the silver lobby. You've got the NRGZ with the Cruiser Online, who's in the bronze, Madrick in the silver, and Foo Fighter in the pro. So they've got a nice spread of cars there. Go back to Jove. Still trying to work out who this Vortex livery is.
So Jove and Dams just come in the pits.
And so did DDK.
DDK, yeah, just before.
So 10 laps on mediums. He's got a bit of a damage. That's probably why he's come in, because the tires look okay.
Oh yeah, front left and front bar. So that'll need to be repaired. Bit of time there.
Get some fuel on as well, I think. Yeah, he's putting some fuel in. Interestingly, hasn't changed tires yet. Okay, he hasn't changed tires. Oh no, he has.
Yeah, he changed. He's on the hards.
Yeah.
Just looking at Dr. Nobody's McLaren. It's actually a very nice livery, this
Yeah,
one.
that looks good. I like that.
Thank you, Morgs. He just piped up on the chat. It's the Ingle livery from the Stone Brothers Racing when Marcus Ambrose was racing for them. I knew I saw it somewhere. I just couldn't remember who. I'm not a very big Ford fan. I was more of a Holden supporter myself. Although that'll change in a couple of years when the Supra comes into the supercars. I'll be a Toyota boy.
You and me both there, Kitty. I am a Supra boy as well. I was fortunate enough to actually take a Supra on the mountain once.
Oh, nice.
Scared me shitless. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful circuit. Or street, I should say.
Just looking at DC here, Paradox Racing, the black and gold half-half. He's doing alright up there in 8th. Hot on the tails, big rig right there behind him. Just trying to push his way around.
So this is getting crowded now, these 4 guys. So we've got DC, Big Rig, Joe Van Dam and Frosty all bunching up now. Frosty's just overtaken Van Dam very easily.
Achilles is just jumping to the pits. No damage. It's got about 9% fuel left. He's probably going to change tires and take some fuel on for his middle stint.
So I don't know if you're on Big Rig at all. His livery looks really good.
I was just watching him not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Bit of a throwback.
He's got the Red Bull powertrains on it as well.
A bit of a Red Bull Ford livery there.
Mm-hmm.
The DC still plugging away, no mistakes so far. Going well.
Yeah.
Possibly will pit on lap 13 or 14. Maybe the start of 14. Maybe do another lap. And then onto the hards possibly. He may go longer. He wasn't exactly sure what he was going to do.
A couple of the silver guys last night actually pushed past 13 or 14 laps with a bit of fuel savings. So
yep,
we only had the medium tyre compound, so a little bit more room to play, whereas these guys are going to go all 3.
Yeah, all 3.
Frosty's having some trouble navigating traffic there, just down the mountain.
I notice Dirags is in the pits with 3% of fuel left.
You probably won't take Frosty very long to round up these 2 guys.
Ooh, as Big Rig had a mighty spin, but well controlled, I must say.
Although he looks like there's a bit of lag or latency on his end, so his car's moving around a lot, so it's a bit hard to tell what's happening there. Coming up on DC, but can't seem to get the job done yet. DC's being very solid.
His defensive skills are really good, so he's...
Who went into pits as well? He's just come out.
Yeah, I missed that. And he's on the mediums now.
He started on the softs, didn't he?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I couldn't remember what he was on.
I think he was on softs.
Frosty into the wall.
Oh no.
That BMW can be very wide when it wants to be.
Sure can. As I'm following Anthony and Snoopy, they're both jumping into the pits together. So P1 and P2 are in the pits.
Interesting. Ditching the softs.
Yes. I think
Will
I
they do a
assume
hard
so.
run here, or will they get on the mediums?
What would you do,
I
Pity?
would think they would go hard
And the hard?
and then
Get
save
rid
the
of it?
sticky stuff for
Yeah.
the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
I
thinking
agree.
the same.
Okay.
There's a 37-second gap back
Yep.
to Dr. Nobody.
So Snoop's on the hards.
Snoop's on the hards, but hasn't taken any fuel. So I think he's doing
Oh, really?
a
Wow.
one and done with the hards.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Could be.
Yep. That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
Same with Anthony. He took a smidge more fuel than Snoopy did, because I think Snoopy might be doing some short shifting here and trying to minimize the fuel loss.
Dr. Nobody's now up in third. He's got himself a 22-second time deficit up to Snoopy there.
So DC's pitting now. So he's done his 13.
Sticking to the schedule. Good on him.
Yep. Oh, so he's... Okay. So he's taken a small amount of fuel. And he's on the hards. For possibly his 2 laps. Like I said, I spoke to him earlier and he told me what his strategy, what he thought it might have been. He's taken only a little bit of fuel. Interesting. There's a lot of different strategies playing out tonight.
Definitely.
It's hard to keep track of them.
Very interesting.
And Snoopy is running on fumes at the moment. I can't see any red on his fuel gauge. So he's probably praying that he doesn't run out of fuel just before he gets the pit. As he jumps into the pits now, after precisely 1 lap.
So, yeah, okay. So Tim DeRags is on. He took a full fuel load, and he's on softs right now.
Just looking at the chat here, Raz has asked if Snoopy and Anthony's put in a couple of laps of fuel. Yes, they did. So they just planned on.
Snoopy didn't put any
Both
fuel
in now, and so's Dr. Nobody. So Snoopy is filling up now, and will be ditching the hards to the mediums, I would imagine.
And he will race to the end like that.
Yes, I think
That'll
so.
be.
The Raz Snoop's full of fuel now.
Badger says, looks like Snoop is trying to break Anthony's track of following. I don't know, there's not a lot between the two.
So I lost track of Tim DeRags. I don't know if he's had 1 stop or 2.
Not sure. He's sitting in second at the moment behind
he's only had
CDK
1
here.
stop.
He's only had 1 so far.
So maybe he needs to run hards at the end. Maybe he's just doing a quick stint on the hards at the end. So he's on the softs right now, and he has more than 3/4 of a tank left of fuel. So he can potentially run for 10, 11 laps from here.
Yeah.
Maybe 12.
Yeah, I would say probably around 11 laps.
So that's a very short run on the hards at the end. Interesting.
Oh, we got a
DDK is in front now.
Saw a yellow flag. I've got Forest Elbow there. Was that DC?
Tim Durags has just taken the lead. I'm not sure. Pity?
Sorry, I was watching Tim and
yeah, I was too.
just saw a yellow flag at Forest Elbow there. But I didn't catch anyone.
No, DC's just come around Forest Elbow, so I don't think it was him.
We update on the leaderboards.
Yep.
Frosty just overtook Snoopy for P3.
Big rig into the pits.
So now Snoopy has is trying to pull away from Snoopy, and Fooey's about a second and a half behind Snoopy, with Anthony about a second behind. So interesting strategies all around.
So Tim Durags is on a purple here at the moment. Let's see the next sector and see if he's maintaining that. Maybe in for the fastest lap here, now that the softs have warmed up a bit. But he is on just under 3/4 of a tank now. Yeah, he's still purple.
Yep. Nice clean lines there by Tim Durags.
So he's put over a 2.5 second gap on DDK, who is on the hards, by the way.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's on the hard, so I think he might come in this lap. He's almost empty on fuel.
No, he's going around again.
Another one. So Tim Durags, is he on a fastest lap there?
No. I think that last sector was he did a personal best, but the last sector.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay, so Frosty is in third now. So he will be due for a pit stop in the next few laps. His mediums are down. He's got 3/4 of the tyre left, so he should be okay, and he will need fuel.
The mediums did hold up pretty well here, so he might even just take on fuel, possibly. No, he had 20 odd laps or something after his wild first 5 laps.
So I think Snoopy is in a really good spot here, because he won't need fuel and he has lots of tyre left.
Yeah, he'll do a bit of fuel conserving.
For me.
Yeah, he'll conserve a little bit of fuel just to get himself to the end.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't make too many mistakes, he'll put himself in a good position for the end.
He's normally pretty solid. So
he is
I'm expecting Frosty. So I don't know if you're watching Frosty or Snoopy.
I was just
I'm
on
expecting
Snoopy.
Frosty to come in the pit. Maybe this lap or the one after. He may get one more lap.
I think he'll get one more lap out of his fuel.
So here we go. Let's see what happens.
As DDK jumps
One
into
more.
the pits.
Yep. DDK's in.
So Snoopy is looking for a net P2 here, because Frosty still has to stop.
So Tim Durags is on the softs. He has just over half a tank left. So if he can fuel save, Can he get to the end in the BMW?
I don't
Just
think
over half a
so.
He
turn.
still has to do the hard stint. I don't think he's done the hard
Oh,
stint
that's
yet.
right. He's got to do the hards.
So he'll need to put some distance between him and Snoopy.
Okay, so I think Snoop's in the box seat, to be honest.
Yeah.
DDK's
Snoop's
come
Even
out
though
on his
he's-
softs.
provisionally.
He's 13 seconds behind. Yeah.
I've got Foo
He's-
in fourth, having a
Yeah.
solid little race here.
It's his best race all season, I think. Which is good. Good for him.
Putting in the effort for NRGZ.
Yeah. Jay Van Dam is 21 seconds behind the leader. With that Vortex livery, it looks really good.
Oh, nearly.
Just got a bit side commentator's curse there.
Yeah, it was just as I flicked onto him that he started to lose it.
Yes.
Okay, I think
Anthony is.
Rusty's going to jump into the pits because his fuel light just came on.
Did you say Frosty's fuel light? Oh yes, it did too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
he'll be in the pit now.
And that brings Snoopy up into second.
And Tim Durax has not been able to pull away as much as he would like to. I think. He's
So now-
only 14 seconds
He's
ahead.
14 seconds, but yeah, he's going to lose that in a pit stop, isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
definitely going to lose
Snoopy,
that.
At the moment, all he has to do is stay on the track and just keep churning out Snippies.
So
He's
He's
Times,
in a good
it's
spot
pretty
as
solid.
well.
203s.
depending on how much fuel Tim's got to take on, he's looking at least 30 seconds for a pit stop.
Oh.
So
Yep, yep.
that's going to drop him
Yeah.
down a little bit.
And talking about it, I think Anthony is 23 seconds behind Tim Durax. So effectively, because I know
Yes.
Joe has to come in for one more, and I know that
Yep.
Foo Fighter Little Rick has to come in as well. So it looks like it's going to be Snoopy, Anthony, and maybe Frosty or DDK because they're both on
Oh.
softs.
Frosty is 49 seconds back, and he's come out of the pits, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
he'll see
that'll
this through.
Durags should come out of pits in front of him by the time he needs to stop.
Hmm.
But where on the board, I'm not too sure at the moment. Big rig in 8th, having a solid run. Just coming through the S's and into the dipper. It's been a pretty uneventful race across the top of the mountain there. It's very easy to spin the car going through the dipper there. Once
Definitely.
you sort of drop down into it and unload the tyres, it flicks around very easily.
And Bauer's pit stop is up to 31 minutes.
Yeah, I think after he's
I didn't want to bring that up, but no. Bauer's like such
least he
a
didn't
solid
reach quick.
driver, and just to be in the pit sitting there like that is, yeah. it's
he will be very annoyed.
sad. Yeah, he will be.
He
Being
was-
annoyed with himself.
Yeah,
Probably.
he was aiming for third spot tonight, but
Well, sitting in the
unfortunately,
pit probably is not going to help that.
well, depends on where Achilles and Flux finish, because there's only 4 points between them. Oh, actually, it's not really going to matter, because even if he does finish in the pits, He'll have 20 points, but if Achilles finishes where he does, he'll have 21. So, fifth place is DC with 151.
Very solid.
Where's he? 10th at the moment. That'll get him another 23. 70. DC could even jump up into second here. Actually, no, sorry.
Second?
Sorry, I forgot to count Flux's points on top of his.
So he's 120 behind. Yeah, I don't think he'll get that high in the ladder. So DC's running 204s. 204's his fastest lap so far. 204.4. Last two laps have been a 205, low 205.
It's not a bad race pace. I think the predicted race pace was between 202 and 205, depending on tyre.
Talking to him just prior to the race, he said he just wanted a no mistake, just a solid race, you know, and DC is very capable of pumping out those races, we all know that. He just doesn't go away, he just stays there, does everything right.
Yeah, we spent a lot of
markers every time.
Spent a lot of time last season chasing him.
Yeah, he's a good racer. And a good guy to go with it.
We're just going through our leaderboard at the moment. We've got Tim Durags out the front with a 17-second lead now. Soupy's still doing a bit of fuel saving there.
Yeah.
Back to Foo Fighter. There's another 4 seconds behind Snoop.
Yeah, he's short shifting.
Another 5 seconds behind Fooey. We've got
little
Diablos. And the Nesquik Z4. 2 seconds behind him, we got Joe. Another 15 seconds, we've got DDK back in 6th. So, nice solid effort by DDK. He's normally out gallivanting the countryside in a truck, so it was actually good that he managed to make tonight's race. Another 2.5 seconds back, we've got Frosty in the McLaren.
Oh, Dewey's just had a little off.
.57 seconds behind Tim. We got Big Rig in an 8th. That's a good solid result from him. He's had some up and downs all year. That'll be good for him to finish on a high. Dr. Nobody in the McLaren, a minute 16 behind. 6 seconds behind him, we got DC in 10th, followed by Achilles and Flux in the Ferrari. I think Flux wasn't too pleased with the Ferrari in this track. Didn't think it was a very good combo.
Yeah, I think it lacks the top end that's needed for this circuit, and the acceleration's pretty slow. And it's, I think it's really good in the downhill section, but that's the only place that it shines.
Do we think everyone's finished their pit stops, or are we expecting some more?
Obviously, Tim Durags.
Yeah, and Tim Joe Durags looks like he might need one more. I don't think Joe's done hard stint as well. Because he's getting a little low on fuel, which tells me that he would probably need to come in, even if he did a hard stint.
I think Fui will have to stop for fuel as well. He's got less than a quarter of a tank, so he will have to stop.
Yeah.
So he
So I
will
think-
lose quite a few positions.
Yeah. So Tim needs to stop. Hui needs to stop.
Yeah.
Joe Van Dam needs to stop.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. I don't think anybody else needs to stop. Dr. Nobody's got a little bit of damage to his front right and
He
the
has
bumper.
two. Yep.
So that would definitely won't be helping his pace.
DC's okay for fuel. Achilles
is
is
okay.
okay for fuel.
Lux is okay.
Flux is just okay.
So I think it's Tim, Fui, and Joe Van Dam who need to
Yeah.
for sure.
The Tim Durag's tyres are getting very low now on the softs. He'll be starting to skate around just a little bit now.
Yeah.
Not going to get much better on the hards.
No, especially for 2 laps. It's like they're not even going to warm up if that's what he does.
Yeah, he should jump in now and take some fuel on.
Give him a
And
chance to
change-
warm up, you think?
Yeah, that way he can claw back maybe a couple of positions.
Yeah, he's probably got a bit more top speed than Snoopy too, and it's a bit quicker out of the corners. The M6.
Yeah.
Let's see if he comes into pits here. No, he's going round
Nope.
again.
Round again. I think he'll do at least 2 more laps, maybe 3,
Okay.
but we'll see.
So our fastest lap is Frosty with a 2:01.8.
Yeah, he did that early, very early.
I wasn't really paying attention to that one, but it's
Yeah,
a
that was
pretty
early
good
in the race.
lap,
Pretty
that
sure.
one.
Yeah, it was very early in the race
Yeah, I think that was lap 3 or lap 4.
because he was on the softs early on, as we know. So Tim Durag's his fuel light is flashing now, so he's going to have to come in. It won't be a tyre stop now, it's got to be a fuel stop, because he's going to run out if he doesn't. He's just going across the top now, just about to come onto Skyline,
Frosty's in
down
the
through
pits.
the S's, and then he'll be, I think he'll be pitting, and Snoopy that will then more than likely take the lead.
The Frosty's just stopped for tyres there. He's come back out in 8th.
Oh really? Wow.
That's interesting.
So I'm expecting Tim Durags and Foo Fighter to stop this lap. Foo's very low on fuel, he'll have to stop as well.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Tim come
and
into the...
Foo has just hit the wall. No damage, luckily. Unless it was the latency.
I think it was the latency, because it shows me that he's hit the wall again, but probably not. Oh no, Frosty
Frosty's
rage quit.
gone.
What?
Yeah, he quit.
Wow.
Alright, well,
Really?
that will get looked at a little bit later on.
Unless he's DC'd, which is... I know all about that.
I was
So
watching...
Tim Durags is coming in the pits now?
Yeah, I was watching Tim
So that
come into
means-
pits when I saw the notification come up.
Foo has come in the pits as well, so that will be Snoopy and
Taking the
Diabolus
lead.
position 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And
Joe's
looks
just coming in
like-
as well.
Yeah, Tim's
So
out on the
it's,
hards.
So Joe Van Dam, so DDK.
Okay, so Anthony's closing up
Tim?
on Tim. Tim's just come out. Hasn't put a
Really?
lot of fuel in. Yeah,
Gee, that was quick. Wow.
he didn't need to put a lot of fuel in because
Wow. Okay.
it's
Anthony
game on
on-
for P2.
He's on the hards though.
Mm-hmm.
This will be very interesting. This
With
would be a great
Anthony
finish.
on the mediums, he'll make pretty light work of it. There he goes.
And he's
Tim's out of
overtaken
weight
he
him
goes,
more.
already.
yeah. I think that was a sensible thing to do by Tim because obviously he knew that on cold, hard tires, he's not going to be able to match the pace. And it's a gentlemanly thing to do. So, Tim, hats off to you. Good job.
Yeah, great job. So DDK's in fourth with the Mobil 1 livery. Pretty solid performer, as we all know. And Foo's on the hards now, so he did have to do his tyres. I wasn't sure if he'd done them or not.
So father and son, or son and father, are P5 and P6. That's a pretty good result for both of them, I must say.
Yeah.
And Joe's in P7, Dr. Nobody in 8, DC. Interestingly, on my screen, DC's BMW livery is not yellow and white. It's showing me the default livery, which is probably a PlayStation GT7 bug. Let's take a screenshot of that.
Sorry, I'm just doing some rough calculations here for the Teams Championship. Just provisionally off the way the results are now. There's Flux at.
So 2 laps to go. And P1, 2 and 3 are Snoopy, Diabolus.
I'm just back on Snoopy now.
Sorry boys, I had to nick off to the
That was
Okay.
And now we get ourselves a sprint to the end.
So Fu has done extremely well this race. This is, I don't know too many of his results this season, but he's done extremely well this race, that's for sure.
Yep,
For
he's put
NRG,
in clean, tidy laps.
Yeah.
Hasn't tried to overdo. Hasn't tried to beat anybody, but he's just put his head down and run his own race, and that shows the quality of the racer that he is. He's a really, really good lad. He's really fast too.
yeah, he's a good boy. Diabolus is on his best lap so far. Let's see if he can do that. So very solid times for Diabolus, 203s, 204s on the mediums. Done really well.
A little bit tail happy there. So 2 laps to the, or 1.5 laps to go. And we've got Snoopy going across the top of Skyline down into the S's and into the Dipper. He's done really well today. His strategy was
Spot on.
pretty much the one to be.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Got himself almost an 8-second lead on Anthony.
Yeah. And then 5.5 seconds back to Tim Durags. 11 seconds back to DDK. And then 15 seconds back to Fu. And the old man is closing up. It was 4 seconds, it's back to 2.1 with a lap to go. This will be close. Actually, he's closing as we speak. Oh, so Dad's on the softs and Son's on the hards. This will be close.
We sit here and watch. Got eyes on Big Rig here, watching him chase down Foo Fighter. Let's see if he can pip him at the post.
It's coming down the whole time.
So if he was listening to the stream, I'd tell him just to throw something just in front of him over his TV.
Final lap now, boys.
Maybe get the wife to come out and disconnect his PlayStation. Last lap.
Snoopy's gone onto Skyline for the last time this season.
Yep, just coming into the S's.
Just on board with him through the S's and into the dipper. So the Z4 hasn't been very strong this year, but
no, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid, but I had to give it away for the last race. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Bathurst.
Yeah.
Obviously, these guys are faster than me, but yeah, I felt the GTR's feels a lot more stable to me.
We're not picking on Fu Raz. We're very proud of his effort there, but yeah, just a little bit of a father-son battle.
Yeah.
Snoopy comes across the line.
It's closed up. So here we go.
Snoopy's
down Conrad now.
on top.
Anthony's second place.
Flag, P2. Tim comes through.
Yep.
The champion for season 4. Indirax in his
solid effort by DDK.
So I'm just watching Fu boys come down.
We've got the camera on him. Will Dad make a dive into Murray?
Just might hold him out.
No, he's too. Oh no! I think that must have been a glitch.
Must have been a bit, yeah.
Solid effort there from Fu and Big Rig.
Phil will be pretty happy that he's beat his dad.
And they've just run into each other in the end.
JV and DM coming down now.
Good result there by Joe.
DC rounding out the 8. Well done.
Oh, Dr. Nobody behind him.
Yeah, I think he's a bit too far back to do anything.
Too far, yeah.
0.8 of a second. Don't think he'll close that up. And DC's on the softs. So a little bit more grip.
DC across the line, eh? So good job, mate.
Dr. Nobody was on mediums and had damage to the front left end bar.
Achilles intent, and then brings Flux up.
Flux literally has no more fuel left.
Yeah, he's empty. Wow, that's timing.
That's either judged to perfection or blind luck there.
A lot of good luck.
We got Bowers with a 51-minute pit stop there, finishing out in 12th. Frosty in 13th, but we're not sure whether he was a DC or a rage quit. So, well done to Snoopy.
Yeah.
Good job, Snoopy,
Well
Anthony,
done,
and Tim. I was just looking at the
great race.
The championship standings for Pro Series. So Tim obviously is the winner. with, yeah, I think Flux is still going to be,
Rough
no,
calculations off the top of my head. Flux is there by 1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
1
In
point.
second, you mean?
In second, yep.
Yes.
With Achilles in third. Very close there. I believe DC will be.
DC is
What
going
did
to
DC?
overtake.
Where did he came?
You
He
came
finished 8th.
8th.
Yep.
That'll be 21 points, right?
25 points for 8th.
Okay.
And then Bowers, I think he'll jump Bowers there into 4th.
Oh,
It's
wow.
25. Yeah. He'll
Actually,
jump
no,
into,
sorry. Bowers is on 167 and then DC's on 151. But I think there was 4 points difference. No, Bowers is stuck with 4th there, even though he had a unfortunate race tonight.
So I wonder what happened to Frosty. Whether he DC'd or was a rage quit. Who knows? That's a shame, though.
Let's
Because it
go into
still would have
results.
been a great race.
So yeah, as we're saying, Snoopy in first, 58.53. That was a pretty good race time there, with Diablos in second, and Timmy Durags, our Pro Series Season 4 champion. Well done, Tim. DDK in fourth. Fooey and Big Rig 5 and 6. I think they'll have a bit of a laugh about that one.
Yeah.
It's the old young buck beat the old dog. Followed by Joe Van Dam and DC. So there's 4 M6s in a row in the middle of the pack there. Dr. Nobody, Achilles, Flux, Bowers, and Frosty.
So I'm going to ask DC and just have a quick chat.
Thank you to everyone in the live chat there for hanging around and watching.
Yeah, if you want to hold on for 5, we'll have a quick chat with DC. Just get an idea.
I might even try and get Snoopy or Anthony in after.
Yeah, do we know if Tim is going to be able to join and say hello to the viewers?
If
Who?
If one of you guys could invite him to this chat, send him an invite, and if he pops his head in, we'll say hello and congratulations. So also in the grand scheme of things, the results tonight really didn't shuffle the team's championship around. So my rough calculations, we've got NRG X Racing taking out the team championships on 461 points, followed by NRG Z with 443, and then Paradox Racing in third with 412. I think the only one that I can see that shuffles is Snoopy taking out the win has pushed Fast EV up into fourth, which means Black Smoke, my team with Bowers, and Red, we drop back down to fifth. So not a big difference in the points there, but yeah, congratulations to the NRG crew for first and second. I think Elder will be sitting in the chat there, cracking open a couple of beers, getting ready to celebrate.
Yeah, I sent the invite to Tim to join the comms box. Let's see if he does accept it.
They might just be in there having a chat to each other.
Congratulatory moment for
Yeah,
everyone.
so that's the end of season 4.
Yes.
While we wait and see what happens, I'm not too sure what's going to happen for the rest of the year, whether we have a season 5 or not leading up into Christmas, but
I don't think so. I think
if not,
season 5 will start in the new year sometime.
if not, we'll just have to organise some.
Well, I've got a
midweek.
race in mind. I don't know. Hopefully, we can get a full field, but I've got a race in mind. Haven't revealed it yet, but that'll come out in the next couple of weeks.
All right. Well,
People
one of the
in.
other ideas we're floating around is the Tradie Cup.
Tradie Cup.
The LS7 swapped Toyota Hiace Cup. We'll try and get that one started.
Righto.
Even if we do
like
just
fun.
a mini sprint off-season series.
We need a Hilux Ute.
Should do a rally stage with that Tradie Cup with the LS7 IAs.
That could be interesting. Could be very interesting.
That will be interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be a whole heap of fun, to be honest. I mean, I've been away for most of this season, but yeah, I've been keeping tabs on how things were going. Yeah.
So obviously, you've driven the van with the LS7 swap, have you?
I have.
And you have too, Pity?
I have, yes. When it came out, I think one of the daily races was the hypercar parade around Monza. So yeah, you had the Bugatti Veyron, the Chiron, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and there's me in the LS7 Hiace.
Yeah, righto. In the plumber's van.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of suspension tweaking, but otherwise, when you jump on the brakes, it wants to roll. So you tweak the suspension a bit and keep it settled. It is a pretty fun car.
Yeah, okay.
We got any word from DC?
No word from DC.
Okay,
Should we ask Snoopy and Anthony?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well, Anthony's quit the end of the game here.
Yep.
I'll leave it on this screen anyway, because otherwise, if I get out, then you'll just be watching my my home screen. But I could always just jump in the Hiace and do a little sprint race while we wait.
Yeah, it's
DC hasn't responded. Sorry for the dead air.
I'm just.
It's all right. We're all sitting here and checking out our phones
Snoopy and Anthony.
You've invited them?
Yes. And
DC here we go.
DC's in now.
Hello.
How are you, DC?
Hey, good mate.
Congrats, mate. Good race.
Thank you very much.
Very solid.
Thank you. Another no damage. I scraped a couple of walls, but no damage this time.
Did you get your clean race bonus?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't check. I was too busy worrying about other things. There was just a little slight incident on that last lap.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught it, but just coming through the cutting, Dr. Nobody and myself were side by side, and I'm having a look at it now. I don't know. I think I'm okay, but I'm not sure.
Yep.
So he came through. I was out on right on the outside, clipped the wall, and I think he's just touched me on the side, and then that's put him onto the inside wall.
Okay.
So we will see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's either 8th or 9th. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a strong finish. I was very happy with that. A couple of moments coming down the dipper, sideways.
What's Bathurst without moments?
That's
So
right.
So your strategy worked, mate.
I did all right. So
Stayed solid. Yep.
yeah,
There was lots of different strategies through the race, mate. I don't know if you're aware, but there was lots of different strategies.
Yeah,
So Frosty was on softs for 4 laps and then pitted. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was quite starting to think to myself, maybe he had damage.
No damage.
Yeah, 4 laps on the softs. I don't know, maybe
4
he's
laps on the softs.
very comfortable on the other tyres. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I saw Big Rig did mention previously that he may be doing hards on the first stint. So that was sort of no surprise to me. But then, yeah, Reese pitted with the hard strategy at the front, and yeah.
It was
And I don't know what happened to Bowers, but
No.
yeah, he had an incident in the first couple of laps, and then
he spun himself at Forest Elbow and bumped a couple of walls, and
unfortunately,
just one of those nights, unfortunately.
Yeah. The only moment that I did have was probably on, I think it was around lap 4, I think, and just missed the Murray's corner and just went into the sand, and sort of threw me off a little bit. But yeah, reset and got going again, so it was good.
Yeah, well done, mate.
So yeah, with your result there, DC, it didn't affect the team's championship at all.
Okay.
Yeah, with Raz and Big Rig in the development series last night. They locked up 3rd for you.
Nice. Thanks, boys. They've been carrying this team all season.
The Raz, Big Rig, and yourself at Paradox Racing, mate, you've had a cracker year.
Thank you very much.
3rd on the team's championship there.
Yep. And I think that should cement my 5th place too, because I think Big Rig only finished 2 points ahead of me. So I think I had a 6 or 7 point lead.
Yeah, I've got everything written down, but sort of rough calculations in my head. I do believe you're still 5th.
Yep, nice.
So,
I'll take that for my first season in the pros.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Very solid effort.
Thank you very much.
Solid finish for a first season in the pros.
I'll take the L plate off the back and put a P plate on for next season.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Mate.
Thank you very much. Too easy, guys.
All right, mate. Well,
thank you.
Enjoy. I did notice Snoopy.
Too.
Are you there, Snoop?
Snoopy's creeped in. I'll leave you to it.
How are you, Snoop?
Thank you, DC.
See you, mate.
See you later, DC. See ya. Hello, guys.
Congratulations, mate. That was a solid race.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not really a strong set of mine, Bathurst, would you believe it? But I don't know, just everything sort of worked. Everything felt right. I wasn't trying to get the max performance out of every set of tyre. It was more of a fuel-saving strategy for me, and I think that just took the edge off a little bit and made navigating the mountain a lot easier.
Yeah. You did really well there with your Shadow. Same car,
yes,
same strategy. Right, yeah. He sat there nicely.
Yep. Yes, we did note in the wrap-up after the race that what everyone did wrong was not paint their car yellow, because the top 3 cars were all yellow, so it seemed to be a theme there. And funnily enough, on the first page of the results, positions 1 to 8 were all BMWs, but it's good to see a couple of Z4s up the top instead of an M6.
Yeah, no, he's did really well in the old Z4s. So DDK in 4th, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. I think we always knew that this was going to be a really strong race for that type of car, because it has great acceleration and good stability, and I think you just need the stability more than anything else over Mount Panorama. And you saw cars like frosty and things like that. Broke a bit loose on the way down from Skyline, and that put him into the pits early to repair some damage. So that took him out of the equation for me, and then just had to focus on what was going on behind me without getting too distracted.
Yeah, solid effort there, mate. With that first place, you've actually helped Fast EV jump up into 4th in the team's championship there.
Hey, there you go. That's not a bad showing from us, considering we had a big majority of drop rounds and missed races and just life things happening. So I think we're pretty chuffed with that result, P4.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've pushed us back one spot. So.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's right. Always next season.
That's right.
Awesome race the whole season by Morgs and Snoopy, as I was pretty much unavailable for most races except I think 2 races in which I came P4 and P7, so I didn't really contribute a lot to the team, but I'm glad that as team manager we got P4 in the championship standings. This season we moved from a pro and a development series into a pro, a silver and a bronze lobby, so that split up the development series into the 2 lobbies, but that allowed some of the other guys to actually flourish and put in some solid efforts. So Morgs, Raz,
absolutely.
Who else was there? Elder had a couple of good rounds.
Sideshow had a really good showing too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Last race he was really good.
Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good season all around for Apex Point Racing League.
Yep.
Yes, and plenty of things to look forward to in the future. We're excited to kick into the next season as always. The community is always really eager to get going into the next one, so we'll have a couple of weeks off and some, R&R races, and then we will do it all again at some point in the future.
Yeah, we're mentioning while we're waiting for you guys to join us that everyone's looking forward to the LS High Ace Tradie Cup in the off-season.
Yes, that's right. Yep. Yes, that's right. I've got it in my notes here. And that reminds me, actually, as I got through to my medium stint, every time I went through Forest Elbow, I was waiting for a little notification to pop up saying join the commentary box, but I never got it, so it made me focus even further on what I was trying to do. So thank you, but I was finger ready on the PlayStation button, ready to go.
No, that's all right. We wanted to let you race.
Yeah, we didn't want to make any unexpected changes to your race strategy.
We didn't want to do commentator's curse.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was in my own little world, and had a Nesquik car behind me for company. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you joined in. How you doing, Anthony? Well done, mate. On third? Second? Third?
Second.
Second, was it? Yeah, well done, man.
I tried very hard for that.
I forgot to write it all down.
No, that's okay.
That was a solid race there by you and Snoopy.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Great race to watch.
Yeah,
lots of different strategies.
Yeah.
It was a good effort from you, Anthony, as well. I think we both understood what we were trying to do. We weren't pushing ourselves to fight and lose unnecessary positions. Similar cars, similar tyres, and we just let the race come to us. And it was good sportsmanship. Good work from you as well.
Yeah, I just thought we'd wait and see how it played out towards the later end of the part of the track. If I fought you, I would have pushed myself further back, knowing that you probably would have drove away from me on the medium tyres, and you got a lot of time on me in the pits. I had to take a bit more fuel, but I was a lot more cautious than you going into the pits after the practice session.
Yes.
The penalties, so I just wanted to have a clean race, no penalties, which I achieved. I actually got one penalty. Sorry, I did get one penalty.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I lost control coming down the dipper, and I recovered it. Missed the wall, but I cut that little grass there,
Oh yeah.
Gave me a 1.5 second penalty.
Oh yes,
Ooh.
yeah.
And I thought that I'd have to do a whole loop before I'd have to serve the penalty. So I'm going along like I'm not going to have to serve it. And then I'm serving it, so I duck over to the right-hand side so I don't impede Joven behind me. And I forgot to shift down, so I just kind of fumbled a bit. But, that happens.
Yeah.
Well done tonight, fellas.
Congrats,
we're
Anthony
sort of
and Snoopy.
Thank
was
you,
a
gentlemen.
pleasure to watch.
Thank you for commentating.
no worries. It was actually
Nice.
good to get it and get it done after the last time we were supposed to commentate when the PlayStation Network decided to have a connection and we had to push our development series to the Wednesday night, so we didn't actually get to do it. But
Oh, that's right.
next
Yes, that's
season
right.
we'll
That's right.
try and get in and get a couple more done and get a little bit more practice under our belts.
Yep.
No dramas.
100%.
Thanks again, guys. And thanks for those that tuned in.
Thank
Yeah.
you to everyone
Thanks,
who's
guys.
tuned in.
Appreciate it.
And good night, fellas, and I'll chat to you all soon.
No
Yep.
worries. Well,
Thanks for
Cool.
joining.
that'll conclude Season 4 for Apex Point Racing League. I hope you all enjoyed watching tonight. Give us a like, share, subscribe, and also if you want to get involved, check out Apex Point Racing League on Facebook, Discord, and YouTube as well. Until next season, take it easy. We'll see you all soon.
Bye everyone. See you next year.